Our journey continues here in Jerusalem with a search for the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant served as a powerful symbol of God's presence among the Israelites. However, its mysterious disappearance left a persistent puzzle that has intrigued historians, believers, and archaeologists for thousands of years. Until recently, scientific breakthroughs now offer a glimmer of hope, proffering solutions to the gripping riddle of the Ark's disappearance. These discoveries hint at possible locations of the Ark, drawing on clues found in historical texts. But this raises another nagging question. According to biblical records, the Ark of the Covenant held significant spiritual importance, and not everyone could directly touch it. So how do scientists have a connection to the sacred relic? What is the secret behind their unusual access? Join us till the end as we uncover the answers to these compelling questions. Throughout religious history, few things rival the mystery surrounding the Ark of the Covenant. It served as a tangible sign of God's presence among His people and embodied His promise to them. Safeguarded in the holiest of holies within Jerusalem's temple, it played a pivotal role in their worship and rituals. Constructed by Bezalel, the chief architect, the Ark was a wooden chest overlaid with gold, housing the stone tablets of the commandments. It was designed to withstand the harsh conditions of the wilderness, its dimensions approximately 111 centimeters by 67 centimeters by 67 centimeters. The inside and outside were layered with pure gold, symbolizing God's glory and holiness. The Ark's cover, known as the mercy seat, held two golden cherubs representing God's heavenly throne. It was here that God spoke to Moses, giving instructions to the Israelites. The mercy seat was also where the high priest made atonement for the people's sins. Inside the Ark were the tablets of the commandments, a pot of manna containing the miraculous food provided in the wilderness, and Aaron's budding rod, symbolizing his appointment as high priest. These items reminded the Israelites of God's faithfulness and miracles. Due to its sacredness, only designated Levite priests could handle or approach the Ark, housed within the tabernacle, a specially constructed tent according to God's meticulous instructions. The Holy of Holies, a chamber within the tabernacle, housed the Ark, accessible only once a year during the Day of Atonement. The high priest conducted a ritual involving blood on the mercy seat atop the Ark, signifying reconciliation between God and the people. The sanctity of the Ark came with severe consequences for mishandling. Uzzah, attempting to stabilize the Ark on a cart, lost his life as a result. Similarly, the Philistines faced dire consequences as they were afflicted with diseases until they returned the Ark to its rightful place. The Ark, with its cherubim-adorned lid known as the mercy seat, symbolized forgiveness and divine communication. It played a crucial role in religious rituals, emphasizing the importance of atonement for sins. In the Hebrew Bible, the last mention of the Ark is in 2 Chronicles 35 verse 3, recounting King Josiah's temple restoration efforts. Beyond this point, its fate becomes a mystery, prompting various theories about its destiny. What caused the mysterious disappearance of the Ark, and where did scientists finally find it? There are a lot of theories explaining these, and we will unravel them one after the other. A prevailing belief suggests its destruction when Babylonians conquered Jerusalem in 586 BCE. Historical accounts mention Babylonians looting the temple's treasures, leading many to speculate that they might have destroyed or confiscated the Ark. However, crucially, the Ark isn't documented among the items taken by Babylonians in several biblical references, casting doubt on this theory. Another intriguing idea suggests the Ark's transportation to Ethiopia by Menelik, King Solomon, and Queen Sheba's son. Ethiopian history and folklore contain stories claiming Menelik secretly spirited the Ark from Jerusalem to a temple in Aksum, safeguarded by monks. The belief is that the Ark resides in the Church of St. Mary of Zion in Aksum, Ethiopia, purportedly taken there by Menelik, King Solomon, and Queen Sheba's son. Stories from Ethiopian texts like the Kabra Nagast narrate Menelik's journey and assert that the Ark remains safeguarded by a lineage of priests within the church. Ethiopian customs, such as displaying replicas of the Ark during Timkat, which is the Ethiopian Orthodox Christian significant holiday, and the historical presence of Jewish communities like the Beta Israel, suggest a long-standing connection between Ethiopia and the Ark's narrative. Some Ethiopian rulers even claimed lineage from Solomon and Sheba, using this connection to legitimize their reign. These intertwined historical narratives lend complexity to the quest for the Ark's true whereabouts and significance. However, historical or archaeological evidence validating Menelik's existence or his relocation of the Ark remains absent. There's an adventurous twist to these theories, though. An Adventist explorer claimed to have found the Ark, but alas, this account lacks substantiation, leaving the Ark's whereabouts shrouded in mystery. A captivating Jewish tradition proposes that King Josiah foresaw Jerusalem's fall, concealing the Ark and sacred artifacts beneath the Temple Mount, sealed by a stone inscribed for the eyes of the awaited Messiah alone. Some biblical passages seemingly support this narrative, suggesting the Ark remained within the temple's confines during its destruction. References in the Bible indicate the Ark remained within the temple during its destruction, aligning with the narrative in 2 Chronicles 35 verse 3, where King Josiah directs the Levites to place the Ark within the temple, an implication that it wasn't there previously. Additionally, historical texts from Jeremiah and Ezekiel hint that God's glory departed from the temple before its ruin, possibly implying the Ark's departure or concealment. Archaeological and historical evidence supports the presence of unexplored chambers and tunnels beneath the Temple Mount. In various instances, attempts to access these uncharted areas sparked controversy. For example, in 1981, a group tried to destroy the Dome of the Rock, claiming they found a tunnel leading to the Ark's hidden chamber. Opening an old cave door in 1996 led to riots amid suspicions that Israel aimed to access the Ark or harm Muslim structures above. Furthermore, assertions from programs like the Exodus Decoded have claimed evidence of hidden passageways potentially linked to the Ark. While the notion of the Ark remaining concealed beneath the Temple Mount is intriguing, it faces substantial skepticism and criticism. Many scholars contest this theory, citing its reliance on myths and conjectures without solid historical or textual substantiation. Beyond this, various conjectures exist about the Ark's fate. Moreover, the religious and political significance of discovering or exhibiting the Ark today remains uncertain. Both Judaism and Christianity have endured centuries without its physical presence. Stirring the pot by attempting to locate the Ark could potentially incite conflicts among Jews, Christians, and Muslims, each laying claim to Jerusalem's holy sites. Some experts, however, turn to sources like the Dead Sea Scrolls in pursuit of the lost Ark. The Copper Scroll, a standout among these scrolls, intrigues scholars due to its unique medium, metal. Listing 64 locations of buried treasures, some speculate that this wealth hidden before the Babylonian invasion in 586 BCE might include items from Jerusalem's temple, possibly even the Ark. Remarkably, the Copper Scroll suggests the Ark's potential location near the Dead Sea, particularly close to Qumran, near a place referred to in the Book of Joshua as the Valley of Acre or Door of Hope. The valley initially symbolized judgment stemming from Israel's misdeeds, highlighting Achan's wrongful appropriation of sacred items. Interestingly, in the 1980s, an amateur researcher and Seventh-day Adventist named Ron Wyatt made headlines by claiming he discovered the Ark of the Covenant. His story, captivating yet contentious, unfolded on January 6, 1982, when he alleged finding the Ark and the Ten Commandments buried beneath Jerusalem's ancient ruins. According to Wyatt, the Ark rested precisely where Jesus of Nazareth was crucified, a location foretold in the Bible. The journey began with an altar stone protruding from a cliff, believed to be remnants of an early Christian church, possibly dating back to the 1st century AD. For Wyatt, this stone served as a marker, signaling the significance of the site. Further exploration revealed 4 holes in the stone, believed to be where the Romans positioned wooden crosses for crucifixions, including the one holding Jesus. Wyatt claimed one hole slightly higher marked the location of the thief crucified alongside Jesus. At the heart of Wyatt's claim lay a square-cut stone acting as a plug within a cross hole. Removing this stone revealed a crack in the rock, which Wyatt associated with biblical references to rocks being torn apart in grief. Delving deeper into a network of old caves, Wyatt asserted discovering the Ark of the Covenant within one of these caverns. In an interview with Anchorstone International in 1999, Wyatt recounted a peculiar observation: a dark substance dried in a crack above the Ark. He connected this substance to the centurion's act of piercing Christ's side, suggesting that blood and water might have dripped onto the ark's mercy seat. This, he likened to Moses sanctifying the Israelites' promise with blood and water on the Ten Commandments. Wyatt claimed to have photographic evidence of his findings, yet alleged divine interference prevented their disclosure. He supposedly encountered angelic beings on a return visit, indicating that the world wasn't ready to witness these discoveries firsthand. Even after Wyatt's assertions and documentation attempts, including photos and movies, his evidence faced scrutiny. Ron Wyatt's discoveries have sparked immense interest in biblical archaeology. Despite facing skepticism and disapproval, his findings have persisted. Among these, Wyatt claimed to have uncovered numerous biblical relics, including remnants of Noah's Ark, stones from its anchor, the tombs of Noah and his wife, the Tower of Babel site, and even Jesus' blood, said to have been found in a fissure caused by an earthquake. However, doubts surrounded Wyatt's claims, with leaders within his own church dismissing them. To verify his assertions, some explorers ventured to Jerusalem. There, they visited the Church of the Holy Silar, where they explored a tomb to the left of the entrance. Inside, they discovered a broken iron shaft driven into the escarpment by Roman guards to secure the stone sealing the tomb. This finding aligned with biblical accounts of an angel moving the stone on resurrection morning. Further exploration revealed the weeping chamber and a used crypt, suggesting the location where Christ rested after his crucifixion. Nearby, Golgotha, also known as the place of the skull, and the garden tomb added weight to the biblical narrative of Jesus' crucifixion. Examination of the limestone escarpment unveiled Roman cutouts, horizontal slots, and a large cutout possibly used for displaying signs during crucifixions. Ron Wyatt's claim of discovering the Ark of the Covenant added another layer to his controversial findings. Despite lacking visual evidence, Wyatt maintained the existence of the Ark through his testimony. He recounted a fortuitous encounter in Jerusalem, leading to a realization that the Ark might be located at Jeremiah's grotto. Armed with a permit from the Israel Antiquities Authority, Wyatt embarked on excavation, uncovering evidence such as cutouts and cross holes, indicative of crucifixion sites. According to Wyatt, during Christ's crucifixion, an earthquake caused a crack in the cliff, leading down to where the Ark of the Covenant rested. He described finding the Ark placed against the cave wall, adorned with a beautiful crystal. Wyatt claimed to have encountered 4 angels in the cave, who instructed him to record his findings and take a sample of the dried blood from the mercy seat of the Ark. Wyatt's claims regarding the blood's origin sparked intrigue. Despite conventional science suggesting the blood should have degraded, Wyatt asserted it tested as human blood with an abnormal chromosome count. This anomaly added to the mystique surrounding Wyatt's controversial discoveries, leaving many questions unanswered. Ron Wyatt's narrative about Christ's crucifixion blood presented a curious anomaly. The sample he claimed to have taken from the mercy seat of the Ark of the Covenant contained only 24 chromosomes, 23 from the mother's side and 1 Y chromosome. According to Wyatt, during the crucifixion, Christ's blood flowed onto the rocks and onto the mercy seat of the Ark, symbolically sealing both the Old and New Covenants. Wyatt framed these findings within the context of a trial, suggesting that the blood and water on the mercy seat served as evidence of the Father's acceptance of Christ's sacrifice. He proposed that the Ark, as the throne of the living God on earth, would remain as a testament to redemption for eternity. However, Wyatt diverged from traditional interpretations of future events, suggesting a different unfolding of events than commonly believed. He emphasized the importance of seeking forgiveness, understanding Scripture, and preparing for what lies ahead. The conversation shifted to a future revelation where the world would witness the Ark's contents, potentially bringing about the conclusion of spreading the gospel. Wyatt hinted at a conflict between 2 groups, one adhering to God's commandments and the other yielding to opposing laws. Despite Wyatt's assertions, skepticism prevailed due to the lack of solid evidence backing his claims. However, the search for the Ark of the Covenant continues to intrigue many. Recent archaeological discoveries in Kirth Jearim challenge traditional beliefs about the Ark's location and shed new light on ancient Israelite history. According to biblical accounts, the Ark was held in Kirth Jearim for 2 decades before its relocation to Jerusalem. These findings challenge the traditional belief that King David was solely responsible for transferring the Arkansas. The mystery surrounding the Ark's absence from subsequent accounts adds to its allure, especially considering its supposed contents. The original stone tablets inscribed with the Ten Commandments. Archaeologists meticulously catalog their discoveries, aiming to unravel the historical significance of the Arkansas. Though the physical Ark remains elusive, researchers like Israel Finkelstein are dedicated to understanding its role in shaping ancient Israelite history. Through painstaking excavations and collaborative efforts, they hope to unlock the secrets of this enigmatic artifact. Narrative: a tale believed to have emerged around the 8th century BCE, which was later assimilated into the biblical texts, particularly in Samuel. He suggests that the account of David's relocation of the Ark to Jerusalem in 2 Samuel 6 might have been an addition to the original narrative that concluded at Kiriath Jearim. But wouldn't that render Ron Wyatt's revelations a lie? According to these scientists, the authorship of the Bible remains a mystery, a compilation authored across diverse periods by different individuals. Texts attributed to David and Solomon likely surfaced much later than their lifetimes, possibly centuries afterward. Despite debates around the historical validity of figures like David and Solomon, archaeological evidence supporting the grand unified Israelite kingdom described in the Bible's 10th century remains scarce. The narratives depicting the opulent empire and Solomon's temple construction likely arose around the late 7th century BCE, during King Josiah's reign. This period, nearly 3 centuries post the supposed Davidic era, saw the emergence of texts emphasizing Josiah's efforts to expand Judah's borders and centralize worship at the Jerusalem temple, eradicating other religious practices. Josiah's reign played a pivotal role in reshaping religious ideologies and practices within the region. Rohr speculates that it was Josiah who transported the Ark to Jerusalem to centralize both religious and political activities. According to him, the story about David relocating the Ark might have been a justification written by Josiah. This theory, Rohr argued, could explain the absence of further Ark-related tales, given Judah's subsequent fall to the Babylonians less than 3 decades after Josiah's reign. Interestingly, the Bible itself in 2 Chronicles 35 verse 3 seems to hint at Josiah's role in moving the Ark. The verse attributes instructions about placing the Holy Ark in the house built by Solomon to Josiah, not David. The ongoing excavation at Kiriath Jearim, AEL, situated merely 12 kilometers west of Jerusalem, also provides additional evidence supporting the Josiah theory. This archaeological investigation marks the first comprehensive exploration of this biblical site, unveiling remnants spanning from the early Bronze Age to the Byzantine era. The latest excavation season at Kiriath Jearim uncovered a substantial retaining wall approximately 3 m thick and still standing at a height of 2 m. Based on the surrounding pottery fragments, this wall appears to date back to the 8th or 7th century BCE. It served as foundational support for a level terrace at the top of the mound, a common architectural feature seen in Levantine settlements. Finland noted that such terraces often hosted temples, indicating the potential existence of a significant religious center at the site. Christophe Nicole, an archaeologist from the Collège de France, co-leading the Chunny family excavations at Kiriath Jearim, also highlighted the site's likely importance as a cultic center during the 8th or 7th century BCE. Finkelstein suggested the intriguing possibility of a rivalry between the temple at Kiriath Jearim and the one in Jerusalem. Despite Jerusalem's proximity, Kiriath Jearim, according to biblical records, was a Benjaminite town potentially associated with the northern kingdom of Israel that encompassed all the Israelite tribes except Judah. This suggests that during certain periods, Kiriath Jearim might have functioned as a border settlement connected to the northern kingdom, emphasizing a historical and religious context. Beyond mere geographical proximity, the archaeologist stated that the ancient rivalry between the kingdom of Israel and Judah holds the key to understanding the movements of the Ark of the Covenant. Israel, a kingdom larger and mightier than Judah, often clashed with its southern neighbor until its downfall at the hands of the Assyrians in the late 8th century BCE. This event allowed Judah, particularly during Josiah's reign, to expand into regions like Benjamin, thereby securing its survival as one of the only tribes untouched by the Assyrian conquest. Archaeological findings indicate significant religious activities at Kiriath Jearim during periods following King David's alleged relocation of the Ark, but preceding King Josiah's efforts to bring the area under Jerusalem's dominion. References in the Book of Joshua to Kiriath Jearim, also known as Kiriath Baal or Bala, suggests its connection to the worship of the Canaanite god Baal, an association frowned upon by biblical scribes during Josiah's time. This duality is echoed in 1 Chronicles 13 verse 6, which mentions David's journey to Bala of Judah, which is Kiriath Jearim, to retrieve the Ark of God. If these hypotheses hold, it implies that the Ark of the Covenant, deeply entrenched in Jewish symbolism, resided in Jerusalem only in the final decades before the Babylonian invasion. Throughout most of its existence, the Ark likely dwelled at Kiriath Jearim and its earlier abode Shiloh, situated in the northern West Bank. Surprisingly, during much of its history, the Ark might have been associated with religious practices vastly different from those of modern Judaism. The biblical verses asserting the Ark contain the tablets of the law are believed by these scientists to be relatively recent texts, possibly originating during King Josiah's era or even later. Additionally, the statement in 1 Kings 8 verses 8-9 stating, "There was nothing in the ark save the 2 tables of stone which Moses put there at Horeb, which is Mount Sinai," raises speculation that the 10 Commandments may have replaced something else. Early Israelites worshipped Canaanite deities like Baal and El, evidenced by 8th century Hebrew inscriptions found at a shrine in Kunit Adud, northeast Sinai. Aligning with both biblical subtext and archaeological discoveries, in its early conception, Yahweh wasn't the invisible universal deity seen in modern Judaism. Instead, worshippers depicted Yahweh as a bull or a sitting god and revered a divine consort, Asherah. The Adud inscriptions further indicate localized cults devoted to Yahweh of Samaria and Yahweh of Taman, suggesting a decentralized form of worship, contrary to the centralized practice in Jerusalem. Romer's book, The Invention of God, delves into similar holy chests carried by pre-Islamic Arabs and BNS, which may have contained 2 sacred stones or deity statues, drawing parallels. Rohr speculates that the Ark initially housed statues representing Yahweh and Asherah, shedding light on a religious history vastly distinct from modern interpretations. So, if there are so many controversies surrounding the history of the Ark and its use in ancient times, who is to be believed? While the scientists' stance may seem more logical, religion has always been known to be more spiritual, leading to divisions in people's reactions to different perspectives on the location of the Ark of Covenant. While the more spiritual people tend to believe Ron Wyatt's revelations, critics and scientists are still digging, trying to find the truth about the history and content of the sacred Arkansas. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out another interesting video before you leave. Click on the link appearing on your screen right now, and we'll see you on the other side.